Hello and welcome to episode 39 of Rebuilding Chelsea on FM23. I'm Jamie. Coming up on today's episode, I've got two games for you. We're away to Arsenal in the Premier League and then at home to Manchester City in the second leg of our Champions League round of 16 tie. So let's get straight into it and see if we can get a win over Arsenal to keep our title hopes alive. The team to face them is coming up in just a moment. Okay, here is the team to face Arsenal, and it is Simon in goal. Back four is Chilwell, Botman, Silva and James. Fernandes at the base of midfield, Mount and Bellingham ahead of him. It's Evan Nielsen on the left, João Mario on the right and Sesko up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, well my assistant is suggesting he thinks we need to show everyone the recent praise is justified, put on a real show. Given that we've lost multiple games in a row, I'm not sure there's a lot of praise flying about at the moment. I am going to say we're the underdogs, that suits us. Go and cause a few surprises and let's get out there and do it. You've got what can only be described as a terrible record against Patrick Vieira in your career. Why have you found it so hard to beat him? He's had the better players. Okay, do you think it's important to lay this particular record to rest? If it meant we could stop talking about it, then yeah, brilliant. Where are you looking for improvements after a disappointing match against Man City all over the pitch? How satisfying has it been to watch the way the team attacks and scores recently? Goals win games. Okay, let's crack on and try to end Arsenal's unbeaten run and strengthen our own ambitions. I'll get the table up so that we can keep an eye on that. And it is 21 minutes in, so let's demand more and try to at least offer some kind of threat. Right, Reece James has taken a knock. Pulled knee ligaments, we've got to get him off then. So Vanderson will come in to replace him. Mason Mount isn't going to come out for the second half either, and neither is Antonio Silva. Right, half time 0-0. Not going to win if we don't shoot, so let's get Mason Mount off and bring on Kefren Turam. And we'll get... Who was the other one I said was going to have to come off? Antonio Silva, wasn't it? Because he's on a yellow card. And that'll be for Wesley Fofana. And then also João Mario as well. And we'll bring on Raheem Sterling. So we've made 4 changes by half time, which kind of tells you what I thought of that first half. We were utterly toothless, so we're going to demand more and try to assert ourselves in the match. And Terrier crosses it in, Saka with the shot, and the keeper smuggles it behind for an Arsenal corner. We got away with that one, but we're still under massive pressure. Saka's in-swinging corner headed away, and the highlight thankfully comes to an end. We really do need a win here if we're going to keep our title aspirations alive. And I think, if my maths is right, we would actually go above Arsenal if we could pull it off. So Unai Simon with the ball now. Is he going to launch it? No, he goes short to Fofana. who's forced left to Botman. Thuram back to Simon. Botman into Fernandes. Thuram gives the ball away, and Arsenal are in behind, and Arsenal have scored. Gabriel Jesus makes it Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0. So now we are going to have to go attacking, and we are going to have to make a change. Botman's going to come off, and in fact Botman isn't going to come off. I'm going to take off Sesko and bring on, who can I bring on? I could bring on Abde and then switch everything around. So let's do that. So Abde needs to go out to the right hand side. Sterling can switch to the left, and Evan Nielsen can go up front. We'll confirm those changes, and let's try to get back into the match. The only blessing is we still have a 2-point lead over Manchester United, who have now played the same number of games as us. If we could get a point, then it would at least preserve a 3-point gap for our top 4 position. But even that looks unlikely now. And there is the full-time whistle. Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0. We lose again. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode and the second leg of our Champions League tie against Manchester City. Team for this one is Simon in goal. Back four is Cucurella, Fofana, Silva and Vanderson. Bellingham at the base of midfield. Fernandes and Mount ahead of him. Abde on the left. Mario on the right. And Sesko up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant is again suggesting I think we need to show everyone the recent praise is justified. We've lost 4 games in a row. There's no praise flying around at all at the moment. So I am going to thrash the arms and tell them get revenge on Man City. So let's get out there into the tunnel. How will the weather conditions affect the match? My players can adapt. How has Sven Botman's suspension affected your plans? Is a big loss. How do you intend to seize the initiative? We need to be disruptive. Okay, let's get into the action. We've got a massive deficit to overturn, so I have gone attacking for this one. We're 4-0 down from the first leg. We literally have nothing to lose. So we've got to go for it right from the gun and try to get some early goals to at least give ourselves a shout of getting back into it. 16 minutes in, it's a Chelsea highlight. Vanderson is dispossessed though, and it's cleared. Haaland to Abada. Abada out to the right hand side, plays it back, and Bernardo is dispossessed by Ez Abde, who finds João Mario. Mount plays it out to Abde on the left hand side, back to Cucurella, who's found the back of the net. We've got the opening goal on 17 minutes. Still an awful lot of work to do, but we are on the board, so let's encourage the boys at this point and see if we can get a second goal before half time to put some doubt in the minds of Manchester City. And it is a Chelsea attack again. Fernandes to Sesko. Sesko tried to run through a gap which Ake closed. He finds Edison, who plays it short to Scalvini. Laporte into De Bruyne. Ake brings it away over the halfway line. He's forced into a pass back to Laporte. De Bruyne plays it out to the right hand side. It's played forward for Abada, who's dispossessed by Cucurella. Abde takes it on. Fernandes gives it back to Abde. Cucurella on to Sesko. And we give possession back to Manchester City. Foden to Marino. Abada crosses it in, and Haaland scores. It's 1-1 on the night, 5-1 on aggregate, and all our good work is undone. Half an hour into the match, we need 4 goals again. So Mason Mount to Vanderson, holds the ball, finds João Mario, who turns and beats his man, gets a cross in, Abde's header, and Benjamin Sesko has put the ball in the back of the net, and it is Chelsea 2, Manchester City 1 on the night, and that is 5-2 on aggregate. We need 3 more goals. De Bruyne's corner for City, which Simon catches. Surely he's going to launch this down the middle. He does. He goes for the big booming drive down the middle. Scalvini back to Ederson for Manchester City. Ederson plays it short to Scalvini. Into Doyle, who finds Abada. Onto Lewis on the right hand side. Lewis's ball in. Haaland's header is just wide. So now we turn our attention to where we might make subs. And I'm looking at 2 subs at half time. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. As Unai Simon collects the ball from the corner. And I think he's going to launch. He does. It goes long. Sesko is onto it. Finds João Mario. Sesko is in, but can't beat the goalkeeper. It remains 2-1. And it is Cucurella with the in-swinging left-footed corner to the near post, headed away, and the highlight comes to an end. And there is the half-time whistle. 2-1 to Chelsea on the night. 5-2 to Manchester City on aggregate. So let's go and give the team talk. I want a much better display in the second half. That didn't work. And let's make some changes. So Enzo Fernandez is coming off for Xavi Simons. And also Jude Bellingham. I'll put Mason Mount to the base of midfield. Bellingham can come off. And we've only got 1 midfielder on the bench, so I'm going to have to move things around. I think what I'm going to have to do is bring on Evan Nielsen and go 2 up top. All I can do. So Mason Mount then can go into central midfield. Evan Nielsen can move from the base of midfield to a striker role. And let's give him a role he's happy with. So we'll make him an advance forward. So we're going with 2 advance forwards up top. And staying on attacking. So let's get out there and start the second half. See if we can complete a miraculous recovery. Let's fire the boys up. We absolutely have to get an early goal in this second half. Marino's ball forward though finds Ake for Manchester City. And Unai Simon thankfully makes the save. But it was a free kick and the highlight comes to an end. Sesko I don't think I can take off. I want to. I could go with Sterling. In fact, can João Mario play up front? Yes, he can. So João Mario, no, he can't. But as Abde can. So that might be an option. And then Sesko off, Raheem Sterling on. And let's go with that. So, It's Cucurella's corner, headed away, but Mount will get there. Can he turn and get a cross in? He finds Simons to Silva, Vanderson onto Cucurella, into the middle, and it's claimed by Ederson. So we need another goal pretty rapidly now. Demand more. Right, Vanderson coming off. And in fact, I don't have a right back available. So I'm going to leave it as it is at the moment. João Mario bursting forward for Chelsea into the area. He fires it in. And it's just wide. So Ederson with the goal kick finds Laporte, who gives it straight back. He goes long this time. And Fofana gives it straight to Abada, who shoots straight at Simon. Right, Mason Mount needs to come off. And I'm going to have to put a centre-back in there, I think. Or possibly a winger. I'll put Neres into midfield. Very little else I can do. We need as many attacking bodies on the pitch as possible. Abada plays it back to Lewis, to Scalvini, into Alvarez. Finds Marino, Gundogan, and it's cut out by Cucurella but given away. Foden plays it into Tommy Doyle, and Simon smuggles it away. Highlight comes to an end. We still need 3 more goals, and we've only got 7 minutes. The game's up. I'll make a change at the back. We'll bring on Colwill. And it's Fofana into Simons. Neres to Simons again, into Sterling. Plays it forward for João Mario. João Mario rounds the keeper and hits the post. Probably should have gone the other side of him without trying to go round him. But now Manchester City can break. And Alvarez plays it in. Headed away from Tommy Doyle though, and Sterling breaks over halfway and goes round the outside on the left hand side, cuts back, finds Cucurella into Simons, finds João Mario, and it's blasted behind for a goal kick, which Ederson will take short. And does so to Laporte, who gives it to Scalvini, and the highlight comes to an end. And with it, the match. It ends Chelsea 2, Manchester City 1 on the night, but 5-2 to Manchester City on aggregate. I'll be back in a moment to show you the league table and tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, time now to take a look at the league table, and as you can see, with 30 matches played, we've won 19, drawn 2, lost 9, 59 points on the board, having lost 2 of our last 3 games, and we're 7 points adrift of league leaders, Man City, but we do have a game in hand on them, so let's have a look at when we're going to come back. And the exit from the Champions League does make that a rather more simple decision. I am going to play all the way through to the end of the season, and I'm just going to show you the final 2 games. At home to Fulham and away to Blackburn Rovers. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for Monday to Friday Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.